Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And my name is Albie van der Merwe from Beaver Creations ZA in South Africa. I always had this idea about making tenons with the mortise machine. So I gave it a try, and as you can see, it didn't came out too bad, but as you can see, there's some chips there. So I did some experiments with it, and just some interesting stuff about this mortise machine. It is British made. It is very old. As you can see there, the serial number, the company, and according to the telephone number at the bottom, I think this machine could be roughly around about 70 to 75 years old. As you can see, I found it here in 1995, and it was bought from Spoornet's old woodworking shop. They use it on certain stuff. There's a maker's plate of the motor, and unfortunately I cannot see a date, but this is 50 hertz, 550 watts output, and 220 to 240 voltage. Okay, and there is the motor speed, 2850, and the amps is running at about 4.9 amps, which is, I don't know much about electricity, but which is a decent rate. And there is the company that made the motor, Brook Motors Limited, Huddersfield, England, Gryphon. Okay, this is about the machine. So now to get back to this tenon that I've made on the mortise machine, a very old mortise machine. So I thought about how to prevent the bird to chip the wood like this. Okay, so I did an experiment. I took the square and I put it where I want the tenon to stop, and I'm using a utility knife, and I make a few passes here. If I can give you a tip, make sure your utility knife is very sharp, and so that you can cut as deep as possible. I would say a safe depth would be around about 2 millimeter depth, so that the fiber of the wood won't tear out and give this effect over here. Okay, so I did that, and This is the result of cutting a few passes with the utility knife or a copper knife or anything that you have that is sharp, that make a very, very thin line. And so this is a result. So I'm going to give you a demonstration now. I'm going to make the cut here, and so that you can see exactly what I am doing. I'm just going to set up the phone here. So you take your square, and you see there is my line where I want the cut to stop. So I line up my square exactly with that line, and I make the cut, a few cuts, and a few passes, like I said. And then you turn it around. Okay, there is the line, the cut, it lines up nicely. And then you turn it around and you do the same thing on the other side. Now, this cut is where your tenon stops at the shoulder, where it forms the shoulder. Okay, so now we have done that. Now we go into the tenon machine, and I will just set this up here. Sorry for that mistake there. I unfortunately had it upside down. So now, as you can see here, I have set up the bit on the outside of the fence to cut on this side of the wood. So if I hold it there, you will see it cuts on the outside of the wood. Okay, the reason for that, it cuts on the outside of the wood. Sorry for that. It cuts on the outside of the wood instead of in the inside, because it overlaps the wood. So if you cut this side, then the bit would go into this fence here at the back fence. Okay, so that's why I've set it up to cut the wood on the outside. Now what you do, depending on how your tenon machine works, I loosen this knob and I set it until I get the exact thickness of the tenon to fit the mortise where it are supposed to go in. So this one goes into this mortise like this. It's a bit loose, but when it's a bit loose, but when I glue it up and clamp it, it will be 100%. And then afterwards, when it's set, I put on this one, I put a dowel stick there for strengthening, and on this one I put a dowel stick there. The reason why I do it like this, the reason for that is so that the dowel sticks don't cross each other. Then it wouldn't work. Okay, so let's get back to the machine and set it up, and let me give you a successful demonstration. Okay, now the other thing is, you must also make sure that this is not over your line where you want to stop. So what I do is I turn this thing, the base, I turn it completely in that direction, and then I move it a little bit back so that the bit protrudes a little bit, sticks out a little bit more than the end of the wood, so that I can cover the whole cannon in one pass. Okay, now let's tighten it. Okay, it's nice and good now. It's sturdy. All right, now let's give it a go. One thing I want to say, I always start at where I made the cut in the wood, and then I work from there outwards. Okay, let's do it. So let's take it up and have a look at the results. So as you can see here, it did make a very nice clean cut. Okay, the other side. Okay, it break a bit at the bottom, but on that side, I'm gonna cut the shoulder, so that will be on the top side of the table frame, right under the tabletop. So that's not such great issue. Guys, let me think what you think of my idea. I hope some of you can use this method that I've kind of developed for myself with this very old mortise machine, and I will post the next video very soon. Enjoy.